Kevin, let's begin with a cheers.
I'm down for that.
That's all I got. I don't have any long toast or anything like that. Just cheers.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to not knowing what to say.
Hell yeah. We just finished watching the Packer game, and the Packers trumped the Chicago Bears, so I'm happy. I'm a happy camper.
Tromp them up and down the field.
That's
I don't
right.
know, is tromp a word?
It is now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Don't look it up. It's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trailer
Welcome to Trailer Hitch.
All right, you might be listening to us on iTunes. You might be listening to us on WordPress. You might be listening to us on Stitcher.
Yep.
Wherever you're listening, welcome.
Welcome. I'm James.
I am Kevin.
Yay.
All right, so you guys have really heeded our call in terms of trailer requests.
Finally.
We have a fuckload to
We got a
talk
lot to
about tonight.
cover today, guys, and I like it.
Before we go on, we will once again politely ask if anyone wants to send us a jingle, some sort of Trailer Hitch themed tune. We would be most appreciative.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, it can be anything.
It could be anything.
Yeah, death metal, do death metal. If you're rap, do rap.
I would really prefer it to be something we could, submit to the Grammys.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
is
See, you can
that's-
get something out of this too. You might get a Grammy.
That's not too much to ask.
Yeah.
I don't think. That's just me.
If you can get us a quarter of the way to EGOT winners, that would be amazing. But until then,
You can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Turn the lights, grab a seat, pour yourselves some whiskey neat. It's time to judge the shit out of these future releases by the movie trailers. We're Trailer Hitch. This movie might totally suck, but the whiskey sure is going down fine. Yeah, we're Trailer Hitch.
right. So, first things first, we need to introduce a new segment.
A new segment that we just came up with just now.
Yeah, like not 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
We realized that this was actually pretty important.
I'm pretty proud of it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is called Tune Up. So we're at a point where movies get multiple trailers nowadays.
Absolutely.
And we feel like whenever a new trailer comes out that we feel shapes our opinion in a new way from what we've already reviewed, we'd like to go back and sort of talk about what we think
Right.
is different, how our opinions have changed.
Hence our review need to see more.
Yeah.
That's entirely based on is the fact that more trailers will be coming out. Probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So our first tune-up is something that you had already given a need to see.
Yeah.
And I had given a need to see more.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, I did see more of Rogue One. because
Star Wars Rogue One.
A new trailer just
Yeah.
dropped recently. This is now the third.
It's the third trailer, yeah.
So I'm not going to go into the specifics as to who's in it, who's directing it, all that
This
sort of
is
stuff.
strictly just
you know what's up.
how we feel.
You listen to us the first time.
Yeah,
you know what's
it's
up.
trailer tune-up is more just how we feel about this one based off of the last one.
Right. And so I'm going to start off because I was the one that gave this a need to see more initially.
Yes,
so
yes, you were.
if anything between the two of us, this trailer would have to sell me more. And so I'm just going to say, never mind, I'm in. That trailer was really fucking good.
I speak for every Star Wars fan listening to this podcast, Kevin. Yes.
So yeah, dude, no, I am. Really the big thing for me that turned around was I felt like I got way more of Felicity Jones.
Yes. Yep,
Thank
that's
you.
her name.
Still should have looked it up, apparently. So I got a lot more out of Felicity Jones's character.
Yeah.
We get her struggle. We understand that her dad, played by Hannibal Lecter.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah,
Right?
I guess.
Yeah.
We get that her dad is now crucial to the building of the Death Star.
Yes. But not necessarily an inherently bad guy.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of really good internal conflict with her because at the end of the day, she's trying to stop her goddamn dad.
Yeah.
But additionally, my initial criticisms were I felt like she was too generic badass initially in that second trailer.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really get that much of her as a person.
She's pretty monotone, too.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But now with this added backstory, and I really loved the line when they were like, yo, we're kind of fucked. What are we going to do? How are we going to beat them? And she says, we have hope and all rebellions stem from hope.
Yep.
That really made me see her character in an entirely new light.
Yeah,
Like,
she had like the head coach halftime motivational talk speech.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
She amped up that room.
And so now, generic badass for me, now I'm reading this more as cool confidence in that second trailer.
Absolutely.
Like, that's where it's more coming from.
Yeah,
And
totally.
And it's also sort of wide-eyed idealism, and then it's also just like, we need to do this or we're all going to die.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I get a lot more out of her character. I really like what I see. I feel like all of those side characters get really good representation too.
Totally.
Diego Luna gets some really good moments in that trailer.
Might be the most diverse Star Wars movie.
I mean,
Like,
if you're
it's-
not counting aliens.
No, I'm not. I am not counting aliens.
Okay,
no.
yes, then it is certainly
Like
diverse.
compared to The Force Awakens, because obviously we can't count any of the other.
Yeah.
They're definitely not.
No, they're not.
Force Awakens.
There was Lando, that was about it.
Yeah. Force Awakens kind of laid a little bit more groundwork. I feel like this one definitely more representation
Yeah.
of different ethnicities and races and stuff. So I'm real excited about that.
Yeah, for sure.
About
PC as fuck.
PC as fuck. That's what we're all about, Kevin. We're PC.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like I've completely turned around on this because now this mixed the really great visual shit that was going
it
on
looks
that
great,
first trailer.
right? Yeah.
But now it's given me more to that character.
Yeah.
It's given me a little bit more to that story. And what's really striking me right now is just the idea of really how hard of a road it's going to be.
Yeah.
You see like that town get laid to waste by that AT?
That was, you mean the
chicken
the
walker.
chicken walkers and ATST.
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm so glad you're-
All-terrain scout walker.
What the fuck? It stands for something?
All-terrain scout transport. Sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You could have said the first one and I would have just nodded.
And AT-AT is all-terrain armored transport.
There you go. All right, cool. You can tell this guy wins at Star Wars Trivial Pursuit.
I have.
Yeah.
I've also
Yeah.
lost, and it's embarrassing when that happens. But whatever. Moving on.
So ultimately, tune-up, I'm going to upgrade Rogue One from Need to See More to Need to See.
Oh my god, double high five, please. Thank you.
So for you,
good.
I'm assuming you're sticking with the Need to See?
Well, yeah, totally. Yeah. I completely, like, even some things.
Briefly sound the alarm.
A couple things from the second trailer that got redeemed for this trailer in addition was, like, for example, the blind guy, like, just like taking out a bunch of stormtroopers with his stick.
Yeah.
It was badass in the second trailer.
Agreed.
But it was also a little unbelievable. In this trailer, we see he had backup. He had like a sniper off camera, like taking out guys at that same moment.
Yeah.
Along with the line of dialogue, will make 10 men feel like 100. I was like, yes, that's what I want to see, that this is more Cloak and Dagger than just, oh, we're all like magically amazing with the Force. And like, I love that kind of stuff too, but that's not what I wanted from this movie. So that was really great. Remains need to see it. There you go.
All right, great.
Great tune-up, Kevin.
That was a great tune-up. All right. So now that we've tuned that up, we're going to go into our main trailers. We have quite a few of them, too. So we're going to be doing 4.
Okay, good.
And then we got a surprise for you later because we have another new segment coming up. But until then, we should really get to talking.
About...
Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the Power Rangers trailer.
You know something happened up there, okay? I'm not the same. I'm strong.
How strong?
Insanely strong. No.
I feel like we need to go back out there.
I'm gonna jump across with her, and then you jump. Piece of cake.
Let's go.
No, don't jump. Jason! That's not a piece of cake!
Aye. We gotta fucking talk about this shit, man. All right, so this was directed by Dean Israelite.
Never heard of him.
Nor have I. Largely, it's a no-name cast for the Power Rangers, with the exception I want to point out that the Blue Ranger is R.J. Seiler, who was in Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, that's right.
Yes.
He was great in that.
He was Earl, and he was probably my favorite part of
You know
that
what?
movie.
Everyone was great in that, though.
I did like everyone, but I think he especially stood out.
He stood out, absolutely.
He was super good. In addition, Bryan Cranston is in this as Zordon. Elizabeth Banks is Rita Repulsa. And then just announced we have Bill Hader as Alpha 5.
Which is amazing.
Kind of perfect.
I mean,
yeah.
he was like one of the voice consultants as BB-8 for Force Awakens. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes.
So it's like he's getting some work.
Yeah, he's kind of all
post
over the
SNL.
place.
He's got the craziest resume now, which is great. Kevin, how would you describe this trailer to me? Did you watch Power Rangers growing up? Is what I wanted to open
yes.
with. You did. So did I. So this is the Power Ranger characters I grew up with.
Yeah.
Watching. Like after these characters kind of filtered out, like I stopped watching. So I grew out of it, you know?
Yeah, I think just within the last week or woo, I ended up started to rewatch the original Power Rangers movie.
Why?
We were having some drinks over at our place.
Say no more.
Yeah, we saw it on a streaming service. I made it about 10 minutes in and was like,
It's a good soundtrack for it, if I remember. Like a lot of like good.
All I remember.
Fun...
So it starts off with them
skydiving. Yeah.
And there's no context. You have no idea what's going on, and like it's just crazy. So anyway, Power Rangers, what's going on here? Here's what's going on. So it's a group of misfit teens. It kind of starts with a Breakfast Club sort of vibe. Where it's like you see these kids in detention.
Yep. You
see this one girl in particular who is an outcast, even though she seems like she's pretty nice and like seems.
Are
like
you talking about Kimberly who cuts her hair?
Yeah.
The vibe I got from her is she is in with like the in crowd, but they're finding out this thing about her that they're looking forward to making fun of her about.
How do you mean?
It sounds like she goes to like this detention area every weekend, which is why she misses cheerleader practice. So she is in with that cool crowd, but they're starting to like...
Really, the only point I was going to make was they're outcasting her. For some reason.
She's newly outcasted.
Like they're going out of their way to outcast her.
Right, she's newly outcasted.
So she cuts her hair and everyone's like, wah! And then detention seems to be where these kids all meet. They go up on this fucking hill. A meteorite crashes. What's going on here? There's some stones. They touch them. They fly back. All of a sudden, they are crazy strong. So... RJ Seiler is being bullied in the school. Some kid tries to headbutt him.
Yep.
Kid immediately recoils, falls back.
He breaks his face.
Breaks his goddamn face. They set these stones on the cafeteria table.
I want to
their
say
food explodes.
Power coins. I mean,
Is that,
they have to be the power
It's-
coins, right?
You have to bear in mind, it's been a really long time.
Yeah, it's the power coins.
And bear in mind, really intoxicated when I was watching it 2 ago. So, thank you for correcting me for being a resident fact checker.
They look more like rocks though than actual like metal coins now, which is fine. It's more sense. It's more alien. Whatever.
Yeah, so we get a lot of them kind of learning their new powers, learning how to work together with them. They decide to go back, and they end up finding that there's kind of like this little hidden lair or cave within the meteor itself. And Elizabeth Banks shows up on top of Kimberly's bed and is like, "I'm gonna get you." And
I don't know if you know about this, but I've gotten Rangers before, and I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm basically what
I got this shit.
That's what it amounted to.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was the trailer in a nutshell. So the first thing I'm going to start with, unfortunately, is a little bit of a criticism.
Oh, bring it on. Let's do it.
I think the harshest thing I can say about this right out the gate is this trailer reminds me a lot of the Fantastic Four remake that just came out. In a lot of ways. So both visually, very dark, literally, like a lot of shadows, a lot of like grays.
Not a lot of color.
Blues. Not a lot of color. It's very desaturated. Group of like sort of wily misfits end up discovering this great power. Very serious tone. Like you get some RJ Seiler comic relief, but other than that, I feel like it is mostly played with a super straight face the entire time.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure if I'm liking that direction for Power Rangers.
I gotcha.
Because in my mind, Power Rangers works best as just like this complete nutso, fun, tongue-in-cheek series.
What you're saying is we need more Bulk and Skull.
Yes, I would love more Bulk and Skull. I would love if the trailer had just been 2.5 minutes of Bill Hader running around going, ay. Would have loved it.
Yeah.
Would have given this a need to see with no hesitation.
Yeah.
But I'm concerned right now because I feel like at this point it's going to have, I call it the Dark Knight problem. I think once the Dark Knight came out, there was a lot of pressure to take a lot of comic book properties or pop culture properties and darken them up.
Darken it up. Nitty gritty it up.
Yeah, it happened with The Amazing Spider-Man.
Sure.
It happened with Fantastic Four.
Yep.
And I feel like most of the time it doesn't work because I feel like with Batman, it's inherently a dark character, so by going darker and more realistic,
Yeah.
you can make it work. 'Cause I
His
feel
name
like
is literally the Dark Knight.
Yeah, so it's okay if it's a little dark. But characters like Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four to an extent, but especially the Power Rangers, I feel work best when it is light and it is fun.
colorful and
Literally
quick.
colorful.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
And
totally agree with
so
you.
That's just what I'm going to come out the gate with.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So other people have said it before, and you mentioned it with Breakfast Club. This one feels like a mixture between Breakfast Club and Chronicle.
Yeah, that's another good
which is great that you said the Fantastic Four reboot, because it was literally the same director as Chronicle, Josh Trank. Yeah. So like that makes sense. Same palette, same kind of direction.
Yeah.
But Chronicle was actually really good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch.
So Chronicle and Breakfast Club kind of meet in the middle with this one. There's a lot of things that like had me go, huh, okay, all right.
Same.
But at the end of the day, it was like 100% better than I anticipated it to be. I kind of thought this was going to be a train wreck of a trailer.
Okay.
Just because
So what ended up working for you?
I don't mind the desaturation. I kind of disagree with you on that. I think it works okay. There's cool shot aesthetics. I think there's some really interesting shot compositions and stuff
And
with
see,
it.
for me, I think the only ones that really landed were it was like dead center of the trailer, someone doing kung fu on top of a train. I thought that kind of worked, and then immediately after that, there's some shot with a car. I know I'm getting super specific.
I liked
so you
that.
Can tell
No,
that.
I liked the car shot. I know exactly what you're talking about with that one. I liked it.
I did like those two.
Yeah.
But otherwise, nothing really grabbed me. And did something else
Just like
jump out at you?
them at the hill. I just really liked the setting of that. Yes, a high schooler being able to like use dynamite to blow a hole out of a cliffside, little far-fetched, but
And I mean, again, if it was more tongue-in-cheek, then I wouldn't think twice.
no,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But so no, there were certain things I liked about it. I loved the detention stuff. I thought that was really great. It was a real good opening setting to introduce our characters and get them all in one place. I thought that was really fun. Certain things that didn't work for me. Well, one last thing that did work. I really liked Elizabeth Banks' voice as Rita Repulsa, which is pretty much all we get, because we kind of see her, but it's also moving very quickly, and she's kind of obscured, and then like moves like turns quick, and then like moves quick.
It's very much a horror movie.
It's hard to like really see her. But her line, I thought, was delivered well.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. Things that didn't work for me. Jumping across that cliff. That was a little too.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't get enough context. For
No,
what
it was kind of like a little too Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Like Jason looking at himself in the mirror. Oh my god, I got abs now. All of a sudden, I got abs. I got abs. I got so much abs. Abs upon abs.
I'm sorry, I blanked. What are we talking about? Right
Got
now?
abs. He looked in the mirror and he
Josh?
was ripped. Jason?
Jason?
The character, the Red
Oh
Ranger.
God, yeah, right. We're still talking about this. I thought we went back to Spider-Man. I'm like, I don't remember that.
In Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Peter Parker, after the morning after getting bit by the spider, he looks in the mirror and he's fucking cut. Like he, totally ripped.
Yeah.
I kind of got a little bit of that, and then Billy,
Good
the
comparison.
Blue Ranger, getting picked on in the hallway. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man again there. The guy's jumping across a cliff. A little bit of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man there.
So it's a little derivative.
A little bit for me.
Yeah.
And then, so coming back to Rita Repulsa, I felt like she should not have been in this trailer at all. The entire trailer was about the formation of these characters coming together. And they just kind of threw in the antagonist for like one scene and then went away from it to these characters being together again.
I feel like I can sort of understand they want to introduce some sort of threat to them.
I don't
other
think
than-
you need to in a first trailer, though.
Honestly, I feel like me more than anything, I'm more bummed we don't get more of them in the suits within the trailer. Because I feel like for the most part, they are playing it fairly coy.
We got a half. Yeah, we got a half a suit.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even full suit.
No,
this son of a
we
bitch.
didn't even full suit it.
And
which is crazy because they've already released what the suits look like in posters.
Yeah, it's not like it's going to be a surprise.
It's not a secret.
Yeah.
We know what they look like.
For sure. And honestly, yeah, they do. They play it really coy for the first 3/4 of the trailer as to what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And why are you hiding it's a Power Rangers movie, man? Like, that's your selling point right now.
Yeah.
Because I agree, it is definitely a little bit derivative.
Yep.
And I feel like what's distinguishing it right now from Chronicle or from the Fantastic Four is the Power Rangers name right now. Because
Or from Breakfast Club.
Or from Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you got to step aside from Breakfast Club, man. Just let John Hughes have the detention hall, okay?
Just fucking let the poor man rest in peace, okay? I definitely think that was the wrong play. Was to hide the fact. Now, if it turns out that the movie is, a good chunk, like 40% of them figuring out what they have, what sort of powers they have, and then it turns out they are the Power Rangers, okay, that would really disappoint me.
Because it's called Power Rangers.
Fuck yeah.
It's not,
you want to see them in the suit.
It's not called Teenagers of Angel Grove.
Trying to figure out why they can headbutt people. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm in a really nebulous between need to see more and never.
Well, you gotta pick one, Kevin.
And I know I have to pick one. I'll go a little bit lighter. I'll say need to see more. But God damn it, you better blow my socks off, Power Rangers.
With the next trailer?
Because I am a teetering backward.
Well, we might see with a trailer tune-up with Power Rangers. I don't know.
Hey, I will happily admit when I am wrong.
Yeah.
And so, I would, if it turns out something sweet comes, sure.
Hey, man, no, I'm with you. I need to see more. Mm-hmm. It's there's just a kind of a lot. It's like, it's playing on my nostalgia of a kid, but... because I grew up with these characters and watching Jason, Billy, Kimberly, Trini, Zach. Like, those are the characters I grew up with. I don't think Zach had a single line in this trailer.
I don't believe so either, yeah.
Anyway, so it's playing off of that, but it's also, like, shot in a way that it's supposed to entice older viewers, but it's also like a kid's movie, I feel. So I'm getting kind of a mixed message of who this is for.
I feel like they're playing darker. I feel like they're playing for the audience of us, people in their mid-20s who grew up on the Power Rangers.
Yeah, but most people like that don't want to go see movies about kids in high school.
That's why I thought it was the wrong move.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's sending a mixed message.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going with need to see more.
And to clarify even further, I think part of why I'm saying need to see more is because, again, we half suit this trailer. We really don't see them as the Power Rangers.
No.
Now, if I see a trailer where they are the Power Rangers and it's just a mess, then, right back down and never need to see it.
All right.
Now, if they're, doing awesome shit, like if they, I don't know, like kick through a dinosaur, like a T-Rex comes into Angel Grove and one of them literally just kicks through it. Like, plows right through, and then the dinosaur blows up, first in line. I will be there. But that's how high the bar is right now, is exploding dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So
he blows up a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and Billy's like, Jason, we needed that for your Zord, man. We got to build one from scratch now.
And then Alpha 5 has, like, the T-Rex head, like, it fell on him, and so he's running around, like, the head is, like, half of his body, and it's just his legs, and you just hear, but it's super muffled. Then, yeah, dude, oh my God, I would see that in a heartbeat.
T-Rex robot going, ay. I love it.
That's where we're at. All right, so, I mean, like, I feel like we gave Power Rangers as even keel a review as we can.
Totes.
I feel like we gave it as much leeway as possible.
Definitely.
But, I need some sort of cure to this, James. Is there anything you can offer me?
God, you're real good. You're real good with the segues, Kevin.
Well, we don't know what trailer we're segueing
That's
into.
true. I don't know if I can help you with a cure because I'm feeling real well.
Really?
Like, aren't you well?
Do
you need a cure for your wellness? Is that what you're telling me?
I think I might.
Hours to go. I wanna
wanna be sedated. It's a good romp, isn't it, Kevin?
Yeah, this seems very cheerful. That's what I'm getting through and through.
Not.
A Cure for Wellness is directed by Gore Verbinski. And just because this seems to be horror or thriller, kind of in that realm.
Yeah.
Worth noting, he's the guy who directed the American remake of The Ring. Sweet. Like, we know the dude can certainly do horror.
Yeah.
Cast, we have Mia Goth. Really, the only thing I know her from, she was in Nymphomaniac.
Okay.
Dane DeHaan, who was in Chronicle. He's the kid who ends up going nuts.
Yep. Amazing Spider-Man, yada
Wallace
yada.
is in, yada yada. Jason Isaacs is in this. But otherwise, it seems to be just kind of like a bunch of character actors.
Sure.
And I was about to say, James, can you tell me what's going on in the trailer? But don't worry, I'm going to take the brunt of it. Here's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea. I have zero clue as to what is happening. It basically just seems like they're in a castle. Literally, they're in a castle. There are tests being run on people.
Sure.
It seems like it's either literally a wellness center or a psychiatric hospital or an asylum. You're raising your hand, or do you want a high five?
No, I'm raising my hand.
Oh, okay, yeah, go.
I believe, and I've watched this trailer a few times now. What I'm starting to piece together, because it's all out of order, is Dane DeHaan, the main character, gets in a car accident, goes to this place as kind of like a recovery center. Because as you can see when he's floating in the tank, his leg is in like a cast. And then later in the trailer,
and then you
he's
see him
in
with the crutches.
You got him with the crutches, and then later in the trailer is when you see the footage of him in the car accident.
Sure.
So I think that happens earlier. Then he's at some like testing recovery center. You know, like unconventional testing center.
Oh, it seems unconventional.
Yeah. But it doesn't seem like he's really aware how unconventional it can get.
There are eels, man.
Yeah. So I think that's the super basic like story order.
And I mean,
of what
even
I got.
then, that's sort of, we're just guessing at
Yeah,
this point. Because this trailer is definitely, and I mean, sure, you can argue every trailer is this, but a collection of images.
Yeah.
I would say that this is more an atmosphere trailer
Yeah.
than it is trying to sell a story or a
Which I
character.
love atmosphere trailers.
I
though.
do too. And then the question becomes, are you vibing with the atmosphere? What are you getting out of it? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really fucking vibing with this atmosphere.
Totally
I'm really
vibing
digging
with it. Yep.
Yeah, I think the shot compositions are great. We get that really great shot right at the beginning with the pool, with those people doing water aerobics.
Yep.
And it just the color scheme, how it's blocked. You can just tell something's fucking off.
Just that shot of the castle too. I'm like, is this another Harry Potter film?
Yeah,
Because it looks
absolutely.
gorgeous. Hogwarts has never looked better.
I didn't know Gore Verbinski was doing a Fantastic Beasts movie, and so soon after the first one.
Yeah.
That shot of the serving tray that the nurse is carrying,
Yeah.
Mia Goth getting those little droppers dropped into her
Every
mouth.
little thing is
Damn.
like really well shot and beautiful.
Yeah,
Totally.
for sure.
Yeah.
And so I think that the music choice was also really strong.
I love adaptations of songs like that to make it creepy. Like grab a fun song and do like a creepy rendition of it. Yeah. I'm kind of a sucker for those kinds of things.
Right.
Which the Power Rangers one did that too. I think there was the early song, and I can't even remember what it was.
It was Juicy by Notorious B.I.G.
I don't know what that is, so it
Rap
can't
song.
be
I was
it.
kidding.
All right, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, there also seems to be, I don't know if I'm safe enough to call it like a cult. Like, I don't really have a lot of information to go off of, but you get that shot of all those women in the white robes and like head.
Oh, yep.
With candles staring down in the castle.
Yeah.
You get that really great shot where someone jumps off the castle.
Yeah.
And
Or was
Yeah.
that the castle or a bridge?
or a bridge.
Something, yeah.
but, like,
Someone just jumped to their death.
Yeah, I felt very uneasy watching
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
And there also seemed to be some sort of riot scene where like someone like flicks out a knife
Yep.
as there's a bunch of fighting going on in the background. I'm really intrigued by what's going on here.
Yeah, it's got like a gothic vibe, like the gothic romanticism vibe. It reminds me of just like the feel of like a Dracula book or, something like that, with the castle and the interiors and stuff like that, with a little hint of steampunk thrown in with the mechanics or the machines that
definitely.
the people are in.
Yeah. And what's cool about it too is it's very nebulous in terms of its time period.
Yeah, totally. Oh, totally. I have no clue. They're in a car.
Yeah.
So there's cars in it. At some
train
point.
looks modern as hell.
Oh yeah, the train shot's gorgeous.
So beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, totally. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful trailer.
Yes. So now the question becomes: is that atmosphere enough to get you into the theater?
Sure.
And for you,
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I thought it was.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I was lying. Fuck this trailer. Go on.
It's beautiful, right? I thought it was beautiful. And like I said, I love atmospheric trailers. If I had to go based on this trailer, I would say never need to see it.
You would say never need to see it?
Yeah, just
I was
because
kidding. You're saying fuck this trailer. What's up?
Well, not fuck this trailer. Like in the best way ever, I'm saying never need to see it. Just it's beautiful. I don't know. I just based on this trailer, I never need to see it. And obviously, I'm open for watching another trailer down the road and seeing how that affects me. If it kind of like moves my review needle a little bit more towards the middle or completely towards the other side, we'll see. I would be willing to save my money on this one. Is all I'm saying.
Is it just because you don't have a clear story? Is it?
I think that's it. I think it's because I don't have like a clear story of exactly what's going on. And like I said, I do like atmospheric trailers, but some better examples, like the first trailer for Secret Life of Walter Mitty, super atmospheric. It was basically like a music video.
Yeah.
But I understood everything that was happening in that trailer. Not a single line of dialogue was spoken until like the last 2 seconds. But I got everything that was happening. I understood this character. I understood his struggles, his ambitions. I understood everything. This one, not so much. I don't really understand anything. It's beautiful. It's piqued my interest. But if I had to go based on this trailer, it hasn't piqued my interest enough for me to go, I need to see more. It's more like, if this is the only trailer I ever saw for it, I would pass.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
All right. Now for me...
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I'm again in like a weird...
Get angrier at me, Kevin. Why are you being so nice about it?
I mean, because ultimately it's...
Throw water in my face. Throw your drink in my face. You're out of whiskey. We'll get you some more whiskey later.
And that's a really big ice cube, and I don't want to throw that at you because that might actually hurt. No, I'm not upset with you. I guess what I don't really understand is you liked the atmosphere, you liked atmospheric trailers, so I guess I don't understand why it wouldn't be a need to see more.
Need to see more. I just, because I'm trying to think more in terms of, if this is the only trailer I ever see, I just wouldn't pay to see it. I would pass. Like I would hem and haw about it, but I would just be like, nah. I'd rather stay home and watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off or something. Okay.
All right. Fair enough, man.
But how about you? You haven't said...
Oh, that's because fuck you, I might need to see. No, I mean, like, I am, man. I'm in like a really weird... I'm between need to see more and need to see
it. Sure.
And I think between the two, let's say money, no object, I'd give this a need to see. Okay. Just based on the atmosphere. And I feel like the reason why we're not getting a clear story is because it's kind of putting us in the point of view of the character who is mentally disturbed. And, like, we get that shot of, like, the castle on fire. They're all clearly being drugged up. There's some weird shit going on.
Sure.
I feel like it is going to play a lot with expectations. It's going to play with us psychologically. And so, for me, it sort of works. Now, granted, the reason why I'm kind of waffling in between the two is I have been duped before, more or less. I've also seen movies where I'm like, yeah, that looked beautiful, and I couldn't stand anything else about it. Like, that's definitely happened before. That very may well happen again here. Or another trailer might come out, one character might say a line, and I'd go, oh my God, that was awful. And then completely rescind. But if I'm just broaching it on this trailer alone, would this get me into a theater? I had no idea what this was going into it.
Sure.
And having come out of it, yes, I'm very honest and I have no idea what the fuck is happening right now. But I'm incredibly intrigued. And I'd be willing to sit and watch it just purely as a visual treat. I feel like unless there's only 20 good shots in the movie and they used every goddamn one of them in the trailer, I know at least from a visual standpoint, I'm in for something really cool.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever been on opposite ends of the spectrum.
That's true.
And how are you feeling about that?
I feel real weird.
Talk?
I feel like we should probably... This is our last episode, Kevin.
Really?
We're done.
Well, I mean, we made it to 6. That's more than most.
Just going to throw the computer out the window. We're never going to...
It's actually my computer.
Well, you shouldn't have disagreed with me then.
Oh, well, then I'm taking your microphone.
All right, we're
There's
cool.
not much
No, we're cool.
No,
we're cool.
No,
we're
wait,
cool.
No, I got the short end of the stick. God damn it.
We cool.
All right.
Moving on.
It's going to be really hard to do a transition with this, so it's just a name. Toni Erdmann. Here we go.
I'm Toni. Toni Erdmann. Nice to meet you. I'm consultant and coach.
Title card. This might be the best review we've ever made for a trailer.
Yeah, we should. We should, throughout the course of this, just insert title cards.
That no one can see because this is a podcast.
Obviously, we would just cut it into audio of someone being like, probably the best trailer podcast out there. Yeah, okay, so this is Toni Erdmann. It is directed, I apologize, I'm probably going to pronounce her name wrong, Maren Ad. She is a German filmmaker. It is a German film.
Foreign film, yep.
Yep. As you can see by the title card in that trailer, it exploded on the festival circuit.
Yep.
It's been cleaning up, winning a bunch of awards, a lot of acclaim. This is the official U.S. trailer for it. So this is the movie being introduced to an American audience. And so I'll just start because you just look not happy right now. So I'll just start by saying what I got out of this trailer. It's about a father and a daughter. The daughter seems to be in like her mid-30s. She's a professional. Seems to be pretty successful at that.
Yeah.
Her father feels like they haven't really been connecting.
Yeah, got that.
He cracks some joke about how he's getting a replacement daughter, and she just brushes him off and is like, yeah, okay, fine. I won't have to call you on your birthdays.
Got that. I got it. It was
very, very, very dry humor.
Yeah.
And then what I'm getting right now is it's a series of events where the father is trying to force himself into his daughter's life in one way or the other. So it's like, you know, he puts on these fake teeth or whatever, he puts on a disguise and he follows her while she's going to a meeting. There's some sort of work event. He throws this wig on, introduces himself as Toni Erdmann, an American businessman. And you can see that the daughter is mortified and they sit down together. And he cracks some joke like, oh, wow, you really look scared of me right there.
You have laughed every time we watched that part in the trailer.
I
was just like, what? Pass. Let's move on to the next scene here, or the next title card.
The next title card. I'll get to that in a sec. Yeah, but that's basically what the movie seems to be about. It's about a father trying to connect with his daughter.
Yep.
The very last line spoken in the trailer is you can really learn a lot from your parents, and it seems like he's trying to find means of connection, but he's doing it through a series of what's more or less pranks, like him handcuffing himself to her, but then he fucks up and loses the key, and so now he and his daughter are just stuck together.
Didn't get that.
Things like that. We'll rewatch.
No. I believe you. It's just it's hard to watch everything happening physically, you know? Because there's a lot to read.
There's a lot to read, sure. Anyway, I would say that my biggest problem with the trailer, it sounds like you have a handful of problems with it.
I'm not hiding it, Kevin.
I think for me, what's kind of annoying is I actually counted it out the last time we watched this trailer.
Yeah.
there are, if you include the Laurel card,
Yes.
where it's like, here's all of the festivals it's won at or gotten a claim at.
You definitely include that.
It is 10 title cards
Wow.
with quotes from critics, it's won this amount of awards. You had mentioned that those quotes were long as fuck, and I would happen to agree with you.
Some of them.
Some of them are very long.
Some of them were like 4 words, which is perfect. It's like, this film is great. That's fine, whatever. Like, that's brisk and good and quick. It's fine, it's great.
Yeah.
But some of them were like 10 words long.
What was
like,
the first one? It was like, if there was ever a movie to silence the claims that cinema was dying, this would be the movie to do so. It's like,
this
really
film
long.
will make you weep and cry and like think of your child and parent and everything and feel bad, but also feel like really great as a human being, and you'll love everything and you'll tell everyone about it.
Totally, yeah.
4 stars.
It's seriously like they're one step away from just screen grabbing the actual review on the website and throwing it on the screen. For sure, I completely agree with you.
Yeah, and then just on top of 10 title cards to read,
Yep.
you're also needing to read the subtitles. And I haven't watched as many foreign films as you have. I feel like I'm not necessarily quick when it comes to reading subtitles. It takes me a little bit longer to read it because I feel stressed out because there's images that I'm missing because I'm reading, and then it makes me read even slower because I'm aware that I'm not looking at the picture, and I can't multitask like that. In a trailer that's already like half title cards of me reading, there's no break of me being able to enjoy the picture. It goes from me reading a title card to me prepping myself to read the subtitle so I don't miss it. That's what I felt like. It was kind of exhausting for me. It was an exhausting trailer for me. So I feel like I missed a lot of the humor then, the dry humor in it.
Sure. I mean, like, I just want to throw out there, you don't have to stress yourself out. It's just a movie, and if you end up missing stuff, it's okay.
I'm not intentionally doing that. That's just how I am when I am watching a trailer or maybe I have never seen a trailer that was this many title cards intercut with, foreign subtitles.
Dude, you're so stressed. You need
some sort of
wellness center. It's a shame you said you never needed to see it.
That's fine. I'd rather not. I got nothing.
Okay,
whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, moving on.
Anyway, what frustrated me is I feel like this is actually a staple with foreign movie trailers, where
the title cards.
Title cards, yeah, for sure. I feel like anytime I see a trailer for a foreign movie that is well acclaimed like this. Once Upon a Time in Anatolia also did it, where instead of showing us, hey, this is a really good movie, it just blatantly tells you a lot.
Hey, this is a really good movie.
Yeah, for sure. And at a certain point, well, I don't believe you unless I see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, it's cool if, A.O. Scott from the New York Times thinks that this, silences the claims that cinema is dying, but ultimately I ain't A.O. Scott.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to watch movies and I like to experience them and enjoy them and kind of come to my own conclusions.
Totally.
And by just shoving in my face a bunch of people who you may or may not think are really smart, really like this movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything for me.
No, it's like McDonald's trying to sell their new burger by just throwing up a title card that says, people really love this burger. You'll love it too. That's it. No picture of the burger.
Yeah, pretty much. And
just show me what it looks like. I know it's exaggerated, but come on, man.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, I guess it just sort of frustrates me because I did see stuff in this trailer that I did really like. There's this great shot where after they've been handcuffed, they're riding in the back of the car. The guy's daughter is asleep, and he's still wearing this really goofy wig.
It's ridiculous.
And
yeah.
as she's asleep, he sort of like pats her shoulder, like he's trying to wake her up. And I thought that, it did look very silly, but it also really encapsulated what the movie was in one image, where it's like this guy going so far out of his way, embarrassing himself, doing whatever he can just so that he can get some sort of connection with his daughter.
Yeah.
It was something that ranked me as, maybe not like, ha ha ha, funny, Because I don't laugh like that. I sounded like a Star Wars villain.
He does. Yeah. Don't let him fool you, people.
Shut up.
He laughs like that.
So yeah, it was something that, was dryly funny, but at the same time had some melancholy to it. And like there is really cool drama going on there. And drama that I find really interesting. But then they immediately cut to another goddamn title card where it feels like intellectual bullying. It's like, well, don't you want to be smart? These people said it was good. You should go see this. And it's like, well, fuck, I'll come to my own conclusions. Thank you very much. And right now, this trailer isn't selling it for me because it's just telling me a bunch of people saw it and liked it, which, cool. Like, that might pique my interest. But now, once I've heard, I'm aware that this movie exists. But what's the movie like?
Yep.
That's the next question. And
Totally.
I don't feel like they showed me enough.
No.
How about you? What do you think?
No. Didn't show me enough. Had to read too much. I'm not that basic, but like it boils down to I had to read too much and I wasn't able to enjoy anything because I was just kind of like prepping myself for the next shot to read something. So I didn't even enjoy watching this trailer because it was just me reading and trying to catch up and try like reading something and then being like, wait, did I even understand that? Or was I just like speed reading through that subtitle so that I didn't miss anything, but I ended up missing all of it? I overthink things, Kevin, sometimes.
No,
it's fine.
It's okay.
You know what? Never need to see it.
The list of shit that you don't like so far is wellness and reading. That's what we're
you're goddamn right. Books are, reading's for nerds, Kevin.
All right, so you're never need
to see it.
I am at the very little definition of need to see more because I don't feel like I got enough.
Sure.
And granted, there was stuff within this trailer again that I thought kind of worked, and there was like a couple of shots that did make me chuckle.
Yep.
And I think that there is inherently an interesting story going on there. I just don't really have that much of it.
Yeah.
I just have A.O. Scott chirping in my goddamn ear for most of the trailer.
Pretty much.
That doesn't really do much for me. So, need to see more.
So much reading.
So much reading.
Let's watch something.
Do you want to watch Wolverine kill a bunch of people?
Yes.
Logan, what did you do?
Charles, the world is not the same as it was. Mutants. They're gone now.
I hurt myself.
Woof. That was heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Ugh, man. It was like it was made out of titanium or something. All right.
Adamantium. Sorry.
Oh, for fuck's
God
sake.
damn it. Get it right,
if
man.
You could go
Get
two
the fuck
goddamn
outta here.
seconds without nerding out on me. Tell me again what an ATST stands for. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Altering scout transport.
All right, whatever. All right, so, Logan.
If I'm wrong on that, I'm never going to hear the end of it.
No, I won't let you.
Oh,
I will make you hurt.
We're gonna get,
as it were. I'm trying to bring it back, James. Hold on. We're talking about Logan. Logan, which is directed by James Mangold, who directed the 310 Yuma remake.
Oh my God.
Identity's super good. If you get a chance to see
he did the Wolverine. Yeah.
Yeah, which if I recall right, I think I remember hearing that he sort of got stepped on with that, where like, he had to kind of bend his studio will. He didn't really get to make all the decisions he wanted.
Even with all that, though, it was still received really well.
Yeah,
like people really liked it. I fell asleep during it.
Well,
it was more so I was tired. I was just like it was like one of those Sunday.
This is the night of half measures.
No.
I like atmospheric trailers. Fuck that trailer. I like that movie. Fell asleep.
I didn't say I liked the Wolverine. I said people liked it. I haven't finished
Don't
it.
Donald Trump me.
I haven't finished it.
All right, fine.
It was like a Sunday afternoon. The sun was beating down on me like a cat, and I just fell asleep, man. I can't help it.
All right.
But it was well received.
Received.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So, in addition, I mean, we all know the score right now, folks. It's Hugh Jackman. He's been killing it as Wolverine since fucking
1999.
Yeah, it's
right?
been a goddamn long time. He's been the Wolverine for a while now.
Jeez.
Patrick Stewart's in this. Stephen Merchant is in it, which I just had a note because as a huge fan of the British Office, it's always fun to see him in shit, but like especially when he's playing against type, and it seems like
Who is he again in the British Office?
In the British Office, so he co-wrote and co-directed every episode.
Oh, so he wasn't.
He has
in
like
it.
a bit part. So yeah, that's what we have up to bat here. And my man, can you take it away? Can you tell us what's going on?
So, I mean, we're hit instantly with the classic Johnny Cash song, Hurt.
Yes.
Which almost works too well with this trailer. With just the character of Logan, the tone of the movie, the color palette. It just like feels very... It almost works too well with Logan because it sounds like this is a movie that takes pages from the comic book Old Man Logan where this is far in the future and there's no one left. It's like just Wolverine has like outlived everyone. And we got Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Charles Xavier still there. But I thought the song worked almost too well, where it was almost too on the nose. But it wasn't. It worked really, really, really well, I thought. It's just such a tragic character.
Yeah.
Someone who is just surviving past everyone he's ever loved. Like that, it's so heartbreaking, and it's so great, though. So we're looking at an old grizzled Wolverine, and Charles Xavier isn't doing great. He's like in a hospital bed, but also he doesn't like look that much older. Like I saw a couple shots of Patrick Stewart, and I'm like, yeah, he looks just about he did like the last X-Men movie.
It's because Patrick Stewart doesn't age.
Yeah, but it's like you're trying to sell that this is like way in the future and there's no mutants left. Like all the mutants are like long gone. Like Patrick Stewart looks kind of the same. But Wolverine looks so much older even though Wolverine doesn't age. That was a little confusing for me. I'm nitpicking at things that I don't even care about because I fucking loved this trailer. I thought it was great. It had a real like indie vibe to it, especially when they're like driving in the car. It like the camera shots just felt like it's a camera shot I would see like in an indie movie. I can see by your face that you don't agree with me, and that's fine, Kevin. We can disagree on certain things.
What? Like why indie? What?
Yeah, I thought I just got an indie vibe sometimes. That's all I'm saying. You can go ahead and just say you disagree with me.
I disagree with you.
Perfect. Awesome.
Great.
Go for it.
All right. I like the trailer.
Yeah. Great.
I didn't really get an indie vibe out of it. Really, what pulled me into it was the aesthetic of it. The sort of post-apocalyptic. Mm-hmm. Really, the vibe I'm getting more than anything is like Western. You know what I'm saying?
Well, which Old Man Logan, the comic book, is super Western-y vibe.
Yeah, and really for me, I think we've talked about this off mic. When it comes to comic book movies, I just like it when new shit is done. And
this is something we haven't seen before.
And this is something that we really haven't seen before. And I feel like the superhero movies that I gravitate to and walk away and like the most are the ones like Captain America Winter Soldier.
Oh,
where it's like, that's a 70s spy thriller.
Yeah.
But it's also a comic book movie at the same time. And I also will note, I'm definitely kind of done with origin stories. And so the fact that we know going in, it's goddamn Wolverine, he's got some goddamn claws, and he can heal himself, and he can't die. Perfect. Yeah. That's all I need. Let's just go, man. Like, I don't need any more setup. Like, I just want to see where you take this character.
Absolutely.
And this is a really interesting way to frame that character. Because, yeah, you're right. Like, he is all alone. Everyone dies all the time.
And like totally.
Yeah, like there is something very tragic about
either
that.
People like die like around him, or he just outlives them too, because he just has been around forever.
Yeah.
He's just got such a long life. Like no one really knows how long he is. It was kind of touched upon in Wolverine Origins, but that's like sort of not canon anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's because what was it? Not Apocalypse, but the Days of Future Pants. Basically, the only reason it exists is to erase X-Men 3 from
and also
the
the Deadpool movie that came out kind of like raises some questions about like what is the continuity here?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? It's movies.
And that's the thing is I don't need everything to be connected. I don't need this to somehow tie in. Like, I'm going to be bummed as fuck if Ant-Man shows up at the end of this movie and is like, hey, old man, do you want to help us fight fucking Hydra? Like, I don't need that. Get that shit out of here. I want to see the story about Logan and where you take that character.
Yeah.
And I think why I'm really excited right now is I love where they're taking the character right now. I really like what they're doing. It looks like it's going to be very violent and very gritty. And I feel
It's
like
it's R-rated.
Yeah, and I feel like that completely serves the character. I feel like that serves the tone they're going for.
Yeah.
And so far, everything is just coalescing in a way that I'm really excited by right now.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved every second of it, man.
Yeah.
It was great. But we got X-23 introduced in this movie, which so X-23 is not in the X-Men or not in Old Man Logan comic book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, not at all. So that's kind of interesting that it makes it really obvious that this is not a direct adaptation of that book. It's its own thing, but it's taking inspiration from it for sure. And I love the fact that they're bringing X-23 into it because that's really great.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, X-23 is basically a female clone of Wolverine. It's basically the same powers. Just she's a woman and she's got the 2 claws instead of the 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Loved it. Need to see it.
I'm an absolute need to see on this.
Yeah,
Sound the alarm.
Sound the alarm. That's not it, but we'll play it right here.
I mean, yeah, it's going right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, when this movie comes out, probably not until like mid 2017.
I think it was like March.
Oh, it's March.
March or May.
We're not that far off.
It was March or May.
It's fine.
They're very
It's
different.
a few months away.
All right.
Is the point. So in a few months, we'll come back. We'll do this for our trailer in the rear view segment. But until then, I'm sure many of you have already seen this trailer. Because it really blew up on my Facebook, Twitter, like all over the place. Like it seems like people are really gravitating toward it, really liking it, and we're in that camp, man. It was really good.
It was really good, definitely. All right, so we're gonna do our next segment, right? We got to do this.
Brand new, yes. Okay, so as we said before, we have been getting a lot of requests in, and we want to do our best to honor all of them.
But we also ramble a lot, Kevin. So we don't really have the time to talk about all of these characters. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So what we're going to do is
a new segment,
which is called Hitchhikers.
Hey-o.
Now, bear in mind, Hitchhikers, that's you.
That's you. That's everyone
you
listening right now.
You're our Hitchhikers. And when we get a bunch of requests, you know, we already have our 4 set in stone, but you guys give us a bunch of other movies to review. You know what? Doggone it, we're going to do it. So this is going to be kind of a rapid fire segment. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a pretty substantial list here because, yes, our friend JP Russell, thank you, shout outs, sent in a bunch of trailers to us.
Yep.
Our friend Brad sent in trailers. My brother just sent in a trailer. Like, we're getting requests all over the place. And doggone it, we're going to do it. So,
but we're gonna try and do this. What do you say? Under 10 minutes, like all these?
You want to go fucking nuts?
Yeah.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So we got to say the title of the trailer in one sentence. What I thought, one sentence. What you thought. Review of what we both thought. Right.
And then we'll still go by our regular scale, folks. So
Yep.
the never need to see, need to see, need to see more.
Yep.
That's still in place. But this is just going to be super condensed, nitty gritty.
So we're going 5 minutes for all of them.
Yes.
And how many do we have?
God damn, we got 10 movies.
That feels like there's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people pitched in. So, folks, we are going to listen to you. We're going to do all of these. We're going to do them under 5 minutes. James, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Goddamn, I am ready. Hitchhiking. Here we go. Okay, so first we have I'm Not Ashamed, which is a Christian movie about a girl who is at Columbine at the time of the massacre, and she uses her faith as a way to deal with the fact that the massacre happened. So my notes on this, please, and I say this to the filmmakers, please don't use tragedies as platforms for preaching. Never need to see.
That's funny you say that. My note on this is it's an inconsiderate cash grab on a terrible, horrible tragedy. I understand spiritual movies have a demographic and do very well, but this is a totally disgraceful exploiting of that tragedy. Never need to see it.
We're in agreement. Fuck you. All right. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. It's a horror movie. Brian Cox and Emile Hirsch are father and son. They're doing autopsies. We're doing pictures.
Yes, they're doing autopsies. Horror film.
Yeah, okay, it's them. It's a horror film. It's a supernatural film. My notes on this, imagine how much creepier it would be if it was an autopsy horror flick without supernatural elements. If it was just like there was an actual mystery with a dead person, everything there was no creepy ghosts or whatever.
Right.
I think it's dumb, never need to see.
Not much there. Cool practical looking stuff. Meh. Never need to see.
Moonlight. It is about a black gay man through 3 different stages of his life. I said subtle, powerful, brilliantly shot, one of the best trailers of the year, need to see.
Completely buy what these characters are going through. Feels like something I've never seen before, but I need to see more.
Army of One. It is about Nick Cage, who is crazy and he goes to try and hunt Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
Sometimes a little too quirky for my taste, and when it lands, it kills like SEAL Team 6 killing Osama bin Laden. Need to see more.
What the fuck? Nicolas Cage? In the best way ever. Need to see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Godzilla Resurgence. Actually, you should go first for this.
Okay. Nothing happens here. Super underwhelming. Godzilla doesn't do anything but walk forward and roar. Never need to see it.
James is Wrong. This looks dope as fuck. Need to see. Okay. Dog Eat Dog. New Paul Schrader crime flick.
Yep.
James.
After watching the other Nicolas Cage, and this looks like less fun. Need to see more.
Okay. Looks like a less coherent Bad Lieutenant Port of Call New Orleans, which was a cop thriller with a 5-minute scene featuring an iguana. I'm saying this looks batshit, but I don't know if it's a good batshit yet. Need to see more.
Okay, good.
Okay, next is Fear Inc. James, hit me with it.
What it's about? I don't know.
It basically seems like kind of like an escape. Like you call a service and they're supposed to scare you, but it seems like they go way too far off the.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
so my note is, holy fuck, it's Ham from Sandlot. Interesting concept. Gave away guy killed all of his friends. Never need to see it.
Oh, I said Fear Good Inc. Love the tongue-in-cheek vibe and what seems like a satire on escape room horror movies. But something about this is pulling me out. Not sure what yet. Need to see more. Officer Down is about a cop who gets killed in the line of duty, brought back to life, and he's fighting crime. I said this was RoboCop without the robot. Nope, never need to see.
I felt like a graphic novel. Oh, that's because it is. Seems pretty one note, but still fun. Need to see more.
Okay, and then lastly, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I said not much to go off of yet, but tone and style seems intact, which is good news. Need to see.
Definition of a teaser, but enough to get me excited. Made me laugh at the end with the hug gag. Could have done with a different song, but it's a need to see it.
Alright,
Double need to see.
Alright, time. So
Oh, wait, hold up. Let me pull up the thing and stop. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. High five.
Honestly, we shouldn't have advertised that because now people are like, wait, if that's how long it takes, then why aren't all of your reviews that short?
Nope. They love our banter. They love our comedic banter, Kevin.
Okay, good.
We're so funny.
Okay, yeah, we're hilarious. We're just gonna keep drinking.
Because we went through that real quick, let's go through the one non-movie trailer that we watched today.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it real quick.
Of course. So James and I are really big fans of Red Dead Redemption.
The video game.
Yes, it is from Rockstar Games. It came out for the PS3, Xbox 360 a while ago.
2010. Yep.
Yeah. So 6 years old. Rockstar, by the way, for the uninitiated, they're the people who make the Grand Theft Auto games.
Yep.
They made LA Noire.
They're doing pretty well.
They got some money to spare. Yeah.
Yeah.
And really what we're getting at is, I would argue that Rockstar pretty consistently has some of the best storytelling in video games right now. I definitely think that the story in Grand Theft Auto 4 is really fucking strong. That said, Red Dead Redemption is even better.
It's amazing.
The story front to back is really good.
It's a movie in video game form. It's incredible.
It's a Western. We'll note that too. I do. I think that it's really great. We were both very excited to see the trailer for it because they just announced a second game. They announced the sequel to Red Dead Redemption. It's going to be coming out, I think, late fall 2017.
Yep. They said fall 2017. That's it. That's all we got.
Fair, it's Rockstar Games. It would not surprise me if that got pushed back 7 or 8 times. That's what happened in Grand Theft Auto 5. So, yeah, just really briefly, because we know it's not movies, but this was pretty big for us, and we know it's pretty big within the video game community.
Totally.
And another little caveat before we get into it, obviously video game trailers are kind of a different beast from movie trailers because a video game trailer isn't going to tell you how the game plays most of the time.
Correct.
It's usually just like, here's what the graphics looks like, here's a rough idea of what the story is like.
Correct, yeah.
Go. And like, usually I feel like it missells the product more so than movie trailers end up doing.
I'd agree with that.
And so going in with that, I'm just going to say right now that really more than anything, it's just a graphics showcase. It's just, look at how good our graphics engine is now. Look at how pretty the skyline is. Look at how pretty this hill is.
Yep.
And granted, all of it looks beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It looks almost photorealistic.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That said, it's kind of a bummer that this comes out of nowhere. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, it's official. We're making another one of these games.
Yeah.
We're dropping a trailer on Thursday. Everyone stick around for it. We all wait with bated breath. And the first thing they show us is basically just reminding us that it's a Western. And it's like, yeah, I know. It's a Western. Am I playing as James Marsden's kid or what? Tell me.
It's like we have no idea. Is this and it's John Marsden. James Marsden is the actor.
Is it? God damn it.
I mean, he is in Westworld, so I see the confusion. But no, it's John Marsden. We were all expecting a trailer, and what we got was a teaser. That's basically what it all boils down to. They told us it was a trailer, it was a teaser, it was a little bit underwhelming because we were all expecting a little bit more. But it looked beautiful, and we're excited to see more. We're gonna play this game. There's no way in hell I'm not playing this game.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm disappointed that they didn't hit us with like a full on trailer.
Yeah,
especially
because it was like a sneak attack. You know what I'm saying? Like they had the time, and like they didn't have an official announcement.
No, well, everyone knew this game was coming.
It
wasn't announced. It was unofficially. Everyone knew it was coming.
I mean, it's like pretty much everyone had separately deduced, yes, they're probably going to be making another Red Dead game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how successful the first one was.
Totally.
They're fucking pumped out 5 Grand Theft Autos, so you know that they're not averse to sequels.
Yeah.
That said,
for a better game, too.
Yeah, but like I kind of wish that they, had like taken the time to put together something that more showcased the story, who we're playing as, like things of that.
Yeah,
maybe some gameplay in there.
Nothing, like you said, it's just scenery. Mm-hmm. Like one shot of 7 cowboys riding away into the sunset at the end.
Looks great, but who are the cowboys?
Nothing. It's a Western. That's all we got. That's all we need at the moment, I guess.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah, a rare ball drop from Rockstar.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So that is all the... God, we did them all.
It was fucking amazing. We crushed it.
Including Red Dead, that was 15 trailers.
We crushed it, Kevin. We crushed it, Kevin.
We
totally crushed it. Cheers. Hope you guys enjoyed us ranting. You know, people love us, Kevin. People love us. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
At the very least, they want us to talk about trailers.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
A lot of them.
Until we hear otherwise, I'm gonna assume people love our fucking banter. That's what I have to say about that.
And if you don't and want to tell us why, or if you do and want to tell us why, you can email at us at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com. But before we go, I am demanding a James Leesky Presents Patrick Warburton Presents. Are you up for it, sir?
I don't know if we have time, but...
you know what? We're gonna. Because I feel like this is very important. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I think it was this morning, a letter leaked from George H.W. Bush to Bill Clinton. And this letter was left in the Oval Office. It was after H.W. Bush lost the re-election bid to Bill Clinton. He left this note for his successor. And it's so classy. There's so much respect in it. And I think whichever side of the aisle you're voting for this year, I think you can agree that respect and tact has just not been there at all.
Nope.
And I definitely wish we had it within our modern politics.
Absolutely,
right now.
yeah.
And at least seeing this reminds me that we are capable of it. Hopefully we'll get to a point where we can get back to it. And so just take a break from the debates, the polls, the anger, and just remember that at heart there are politicians that are good people. All right, James, or should I say Patrick Warburton, hit me with it. Read this note.
Dear Bill, when I walked into this office just now, I felt the same sense of wonder and respect that I felt 4 years ago. I know you will feel it too. I wish you great happiness here. I never felt the loneliness some presidents have described. There will be very rough times, very tough times, made even more difficult by criticism you may not think is fair. I'm not a very good one to give advice, but just don't let the critics discourage you or push you off course. You'll be our president when you read this note. I wish you well. I wish your family well. Your success now is our country's success. I'm rooting hard for you. Good luck, George. High five.
High five.
End quote.
God. Didn't that just warm your heart, if not for just a second?
It did mine.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. All right, that was all we needed.
Thanks,
Folks,
Patrick. Bye. He's gone.
it was nice seeing him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our 6th episode.
That's it. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. We broke 5.
We broke 5.
Now people can have a top 5 of our show and not just lift the only episodes we have.
That's a great way to put it. Yes, we can all leave out that episode. We know which episode I'm referring to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. Hit us up at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com. Hit us up on our Facebook page. Please rate, like us on iTunes, write a review. James will read it on the show as Patrick Warburton.
Or even any email. If you
Any
email at all,
Yeah.
I'll read it.
Yeah, just
All right.
sell us whatever.
We'll
you
do
know.
it. We'll do it great.
We'll do it great.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm Kevin,
I'm James.
and we wish you a good night.
Toodaloo.
See you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
You can't mount holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch.